Right then, welcome along guys. Today we're going to be reviewing the Asus Zenbook UX305. Now this thing is a mid-range Ultrabook. I'll put all the specs in the link below. However, quick rundown, it's got an Intel Core M processor. That's the one that kind of speeds up if you're doing intensive tasks. It's got 4GB of RAM. This one's got a 128GB SSD card. You can get it with 256 or 512. It's got a front-facing webcam. I'll go through all the ports and things in a second. It weighs 1.2 kilograms, so it's pretty light for an Ultrabook. Let's have a look at the top. So it's made of a plasticky material. It looks metally and it feels metally, but it is actually plastic. It really feels like it's good quality though. Really nice. It does get fingerprints quite easily though. You can probably see them there already. All it's got on top is the Asus logo, or Asus as some people call it. On the bottom there's no vents or anything. This is a fanless laptop. Windows 8. All the gubbins on the bottom there. Obviously this is upgradable to Windows 10 when it becomes available. Try and show you the ports here. On the left hand side we've got two USB 3s and an SD card reader. Nothing on the front. And on the right hand side here we've got the DC power jack, another USB 3, a mini HDMI and a microphone or headphone jack. On the right hand side we also have the charging and HD access lights. The latch is a magnetic latch, there's no mechanical items to go wrong. Open it up there and we'll look at the keyboard first. It's a chiclet keyboard, so very similar to the MacBook if you ever used that. In my tests it's been really good to type on, really responsive. It's not backlit, but then if you want backlight you might have to go for a more expensive model. And the trackpad I found really good actually. It's much better than the Dell XPS, which is a much higher price point than this one. It's a lot more responsive and bigger as well. And you can click left or right. And it's really kind of sturdy, a good click. The screen is a 13-inch screen. It's not quite edge to edge like the Dell's, so the chassis is a little bit bigger. I'll get the Dell XPS in a second to compare sizes. 720p webcam at the top there. Right, so let's have a look at a size comparison. This is the Dell XPS 13. The XPS 13 isn't quite as tall, it's about an inch actually, and on the edge there it's not as wide either. It's probably about ½ centimetre for the same size screen. Weight wise though, they're very similar, and obviously the Asus an awful lot cheaper. Right, let's power this up to see how quickly it boots. The power button is in the top right hand corner of the keyboard here. Apple have very kindly made the stopwatch white so you can't see it very well, but let's give it a go. There's the boot. I've already done the first time setup, so it should be fairly quick. Boom. 6.75 seconds to boot, and that was from completely shut down. Now we've got it in sleep mode. Let's see how quickly we can boot. I'm probably going to struggle to keep up with the stopwatch here. Boom, 2.5 seconds from sleep. One thing I will say about the screen is it's a really nice finish. It's like almost a matte finish on the screen. It's not your glossy screen like you get on MacBooks, so it works really well in the sunlight. You don't get any glare or anything like that. You can see there, the light is just shining off it and not really hampering us. Right, on to the things that come with the laptop in the box. Just two things. Obviously the AC adapter. It's got about a 1.5 meter cable, plugs in on the right hand side as you saw earlier. It doesn't have a big brick, it just has that attached to the plug. Now that's all one piece, that's not removable. There it is. That's pretty handy actually, and there's a little Velcro tie to tie the cable together all neatly. Also you might have noticed whilst we were going through the ports is there's no network port or Ethernet cable port. They do supply you, however, with a USB 3 Ethernet adapter. So that just plugs in on the side. And you can plug straight into the network. A couple of comments regarding performance. Now, as this is an Intel Core M processor, it's one of these ones which has quite a low clock speed, 800 megahertz, but it can boost up to 2 gigahertz when you're doing in high intensity things like streaming video or graphical rendering, that kind of thing. And I found it to work really well. I've had no problem at all streaming video. I did a little bit of video editing to test it out, and it did take a while to render, but it worked eventually. Obviously it's only got onboard graphics, so it's limited in terms of that kind of thing if you wanted to play games on it or something like that. Battery life wise, it lasted exactly 5 hours when I used it, and that was from a full charge. That was straight out the box. I charged it straight up, used it straight away. I was watching YouTube videos and watching streams on Twitch, did a bit of work on some Excel spreadsheets, that kind of thing. You're probably a typical use for a laptop like this, which is an ultra portable. It's going to struggle to run any games, so I didn't bother testing it with those. One negative I found is the sound from the speakers is a little bit tinny. I won't bother playing it to you here because it doesn't come well over the video, but music doesn't play very well. The music has a little bit of a rattly, tinny sound to it, which I wasn't expecting because of the Bang & Olufsen technology, apparently. But you know, you can resolve that with the headphones in the headphone jack, no problem. For its price point of around £650, I've seen it as low as $599 on special offers. This laptop is really a bargain. Super portable, really light, almost as thin as a MacBook Air, yet it's pretty much half the price. I'll put all the links to the specifications where you can buy it, that kind of thing, in the description box below, so check them out. I'm going to be upgrading this to Windows 10 when it comes out, and I'll probably do a video about that, so stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe to be notified of when my latest videos go live. And if you have been, guys, thank you for watching.